People are always asking me why I practice swords so much, so I wanted to share with y'all some of the lovely sports you can get involved in if you like swords. First, we have Amped Guard. It's got some more LARPy aspects, and it's pretty light touch, not much force, but it's got a very high skill ceiling. Then you've got Belagarth, Dagger here, Hearthlight. It's a little bit rougher than Amped Guard, but there's still no headshots. However, in these, they do hit a little harder because light shots don't count. Next, we've got Jugger. The best way to describe Jugger is like one of the foam fighting games, but combined with a sport like football. There's SCA Heavy Combat, which is kind of like a more historically reenactment focused game where there's a lot of armor minimums and they use mostly rattan sticks as weapons. You've got SCA Light Fighting. It's basically HEMA but with more dress up. You've got HEMA. They typically use modern safety gear, metal swords. You've got Olympic Fencing. It's mostly touches, but because it's an Olympic sport, the skill ceiling is incredibly high. You've got some Kendo. It's basically like Western fencing, but the Japanese version. You've got frickin' Arnis, which is starting to get pretty brutal now. You don't just start and stop with this one. There's Dog Brothers, which is like Arnis but with less safety gear, kind of like sword fighting combined with MMA. Last, we've got Boohurt, which is basically like plate armor fighting combined with MMA. This is probably one of the roughest. I'm not going to make any statements about if any are better than any of them. They're all sports and very competitive with people who have been doing them for 20 plus years. So depending on what intensity level you're comfortable with and what groups are around you, if you'd like to get into some sword fighting, that's some pretty accessible groups.